Hey guys, it's me, Timmy's Hype here on the second channel. Welcome back to some more Forza Science, where today we're taking a look at the assist options again. But this week, we are taking a look at the super easy and more assisted options that you can have in the Forza Motorsport 7. Now, we are here with the Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 going around the Lime Rock full alternative circuit. Now, we've got the Chevrolet because it's a relatively untamed car and a car which can spin its wheels up very, very easily, and it's got much power and likes to oversteer. So it would be a true testament of how the game copes with all this and see how fast it can get it around the circuit. And we have the Lime Rock full alternate circuit because it's a relatively difficult circuit for a car. It's relatively technical, so it will be a good challenge. Now, this first run is with no assists, and this is how I would usually race, no assist, so everything's basically turned off when I race because why I don't have it on. I've played without it on for so long. The lap time was a 1:10.069, that would be the baseline. So the first thing we would check is the assisted braking. And what this literally does is do all your braking for you. You can literally just all you've got to do is turn in and stay on the power. You can hear I'm just constantly button mashed in, just holding RT the whole way around this lap. The car brakes for you. I did not press LT a single time. I did not press the brake a single time through this lap. It's all Forza generated. And that's insane to think that Forza is braking and all I'm doing is nothing basically. I'm just turning in, shifting up and gearing and driving. Like, I don't have to press LT. I just find that I'm like just crazy. Like, yeah. And I don't know if this was in Forza Motorsport 6. I never really played with the assist setting so much. I just always stay on the same assist because I can do them well and everything's turned off anyway, so it's not going to get much harder. But this corner here is a real problem for the assisted braking. It takes you down to about 29 miles an hour, which is really, really slow. We're coming to the final corner now, which of course it brakes for, but for me, it brakes too much. Like, you never really need to brake that much for any of these corners as much as Forza tells you to do. The lap time was a 1:14.578, so that's 4.5 seconds slower than having no assist on. Next thing we was testing was the super easy steering. Now again, this game just steers for you. All you got to do, gears, accelerate and brake, and the car turns for you. It tries to stick to the optimum racing line. And you can tell when someone's on super easy steering because the front wheels don't actually turn. As you can see, they just stay straight, which is really awkward to look at. And it's just how Forza deals with it. And, like, I don't have to touch the analog sticks. I didn't touch the analog sticks a single time. It felt so weird to think that Forza is just racing for me. I've just got to press two buttons and then shift up every so often. Like, it just sticks to the road. Obviously, if you overshoot, as soon as it goes off the track, it kind of loses its tracking, and so doesn't do very well. But as you can see coming through here, I took a bit too much speed in, which is what I'd normally take, and I have to start putting the power down. And this is Forza trying to, as you can see, the front wheels aren't turning at all. Forza has to try and correct that when you don't have like the traction assist on, which is crazy. And obviously, I wasn't going to make, well, I wasn't going to do another lap because that's what you'd have to do if you was a normal racing normally, so obviously we had to test it. The lap time was 1:16.145, so 6.1 seconds slower with a little bit of a mess up, but Forza had to correct that itself. So the next thing we were testing is the super easy traction control. Now this literally cuts your power. If any wheel spin, no power goes to the rear wheels at all. Like, it accelerates so slowly. And you can see, there's just no wheel spin, no drama. It's just it's kind of like having an anchor, to be honest, is what it is. It doesn't really, like, the only tight one you'll see is when it skids, and when it drifts out. It doesn't spin its wheels up. So I'm literally putting this into like first gear, getting it accelerated much faster, because it's just got no drama towards it. At least it was the first gear corner, which I would never ever do it in when I have traction control turned off, and there's just no drama to it at all. Which is amazing that Forza can generate that. That's what the traction control system in a normal car would do. It would say, okay, this wheel's spinning too much, we need to lower power to it, and then obviously you can turn it off, and it doesn't do that. So Forza is literally reenacting real life with that, which is crazy to think. The lap time Super traction control got was a 1:10.954, which is 0.9 seconds slower than having no assist altogether. The next thing was testing was super easy stability control. And what stability control does is it makes you not drift out on, so it doesn't, it basically gets rid of on power oversteer. Now, what that means is when you put power on and you start wheel spin and the car kind of starts drifting, it stops it, it corrects that for you. And as you can see, I'm being crazy with this car, I'm putting it through so much more, and it just doesn't step out. What it does is it cuts all power to the outside rear wheel. So if you go around the right hand corner, it'll cut power off to the outside left, rear left even, and that will stop it from sliding out. As you can see, the one other wheel spinning up so much, it's like, I need to get power down, I'm the only wheel that's currently powered and it's not good. But the thing is, it gets through corners much slower. It literally does feel like, oh, you're accelerating now, put a spike through the whole earth and then try and go. It just doesn't really go. Come around this corner, no drama at all, it just doesn't want to slide out. The lap time it got was a 1:12.879, so that's 2.8 seconds slower than having no assists. That's how much time you lose from the slow acceleration. Now obviously we had to test it with all assists, because why wouldn't we? Let's be completely honest here, why would we not test it with all assists? And this was really awkward. The car brakes for you, the car steers for you, the car has traction control so it limits your wheel spin, the car doesn't drift out on you. And all you literally have to do is, if you have the manual gearbox on, is hold RT and shift up or down. That's all I had to. I felt so awkward having to not do anything. And look, it looks so slow because it's just stuck to the racing line. It's no drama, no nothing. It's all computers doing this. It's all perfect. And that's like crazy. And it's really slow through here because it's got used up the whole track. And yeah, I just didn't have to do anything, and it's so strange, that feeling. If you go from having just like normal assist on, so like having like a little aided steering and stuff like that, to going having no assists on, to having all assists on, super easy, is really difficult. Now the lap time was a 1:12.974, which was 2.7 seconds faster than slower than having no assist on altogether. But anyway, if you've enjoyed and learned something from this week's Forza Science, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe down below for more Forza Science. Next week we'll be doing obviously more Forza Science. Comment down below what you want to comment down below what you want us to try out, and we'll definitely give it a try. But yeah, that's it from me, Tim D's Hyper, signing out.